Welcome back. The second most common question is power requirements. As we talked about in the previous video, there are two types of cable. Depending on the type of cable you end up needing for your roof will determine the type of power required. Three things we look at surrounding power is: one, the type of cable you're going to be using; two, the available existing power you have to work with; and three, the potential power that we could work with. Constant wattage heat cable generally requires 120 volt circuits and is recommended to have a GFCI in that circuit. GFCI is a ground fault circuit interrupter. Self-regulating cable can go 120 volt. It can also be a 240 volt, most commonly installed with a 240 volt circuit. Self-regulating cable acts differently than constant wattage. It requires an EPD breaker, equipment protection device. It's kind of like a GFCI on steroids. Once we've determined the type of cable you need, we look at your existing power. Most homes are equipped with soffit outlets or plugs somewhere on the exterior of the home. You can utilize those. But in the case where you need to vamp up the power in order to control more cable, we may need to add electricity or even convert some lines to 240, or find extra circuits we can come off of service meters or main panels inside the home. If you have adequate power, great, we move on to the installation. If you do not have adequate power, we look at your circuit breakers inside the house, we look at your service meters on the outside of the house, and we evaluate what potential power we can utilize to get to the cable so we can properly run your system. It's critical to have adequate power to your system so that in the middle of winter, when it's sub-zero temperatures, you're not turning it on and tripping a breaker and wondering who to call and what to do. We're not roofers or gutter guys who do this 2-3 times a year. We do this day in and day out. We know what needs to be done on the roof. We know how it needs to be done. We've installed thousands of systems since 2001. We installed over 500 last year alone. So we know what kind of power you need to properly run your system. These are the keys to proper power so your system's running properly. Please watch our next video on the importance of warranties.